Hey Wednesday Wanderers, it's Ranger Erin, and we don't really have a topic today, so instead of skipping this week, what I thought I'd do is I would introduce you to my two friends, Ranger Russell and Ranger Randy. Ranger Russell is our eastern box turtle who lives in our education center up in Beckley Creek. He's been with us for several years, and we're going to tell you a little bit about what goes into caring for him. But first, we'll tell you how he came to live here. So Ranger Russell first came to us several years ago when he was in an accident. So you can kind of see that he's got these chips on the very front of his shell. So we don't really know what happened to him. Maybe he was hit by a car or a lawnmower. That's our best guess. But he was too injured to take care of himself out in the wild. So he was rescued and cared for, and during that time he really kind of forgot how to take care of himself. So he's not a very good hunter. He doesn't really get afraid of anything anymore, so a good box turtle that's wild will be able to pull themselves all the way inside their shell, hinge themselves up tight, just like their name implies, shut up tight just like a box. He doesn't really do that anymore because he just isn't afraid. He doesn't have any fear of just about anybody, and he's really friendly. So he makes a really good educational turtle. If you ever see a wild turtle, you want to leave them in the wild. Not only are they really sensitive to leaving their habitat, their little home range, their territory, but they're also considered endangered. So it'll stress them out terribly if they get moved out of their home range, and they'll do anything they can in order to get back to it. And they're important to our ecosystem, so we really want them to stay out in the wild just where they are. So here I've prepared his bath. It's nice warm bath water. It's got that carrot in there for some vitamin A, some calcium to make his shell strong. And it's warm so he can warm up his little cold-blooded body. And he's just going to relax in that. Oh yeah. That's how you know he likes it. He settles right on into it. He might even dunk his head, hold his head underwater, and kind of soak his eyes a little bit. And we'll just let him sit and soak in his bath for a good long time. After his bath, Russell's going to enjoy some outside time. Wandering around on the forest floor, you can see how well the colors of his shell camouflage with that leaf litter on that forest floor. One thing that a lot of turtles love are little shell scratches. Nice, gentle scratches. I'm using a toothbrush here. But you can imagine they can't reach all the way back there. They can't give themselves scratches, but they can feel that through the shell. It feels pretty good to them. To finish up the day, Russell's gonna get his favorite food, bananas and worms. This big girl is Ranger Randy, and she's been with us for about a year. Unlike Russell, she was never wild, so she was always a pet turtle. So she also is always going to be a pet turtle, never going to go outside all by herself because she just wouldn't know how to care for herself. She never learned how to hunt or anything like that. But you can tell she's an aquatic turtle. She lives in the water. She's got the body shape for it, but she still enjoys walking around on land. So we're going to give her some time to walk around on land while we clean out her water. Give her a second while she feels comfortable. She knows she's not in danger. She's not a big fan of being held, not like Ranger Russell. But as soon as she realizes she's safe, she's going to stick her head out, stick her legs out, and start walking around. Here she comes. And while she's super graceful in the water, swimming very fast, you'll notice that even though she's pretty fast on land, she's pretty clumsy too. So she's not the most graceful turtle on land. Alright, we got Ranger Randy's water all cleaned out. And while we're waiting for that water to warm up, she's going to get a little bit of outside time. As an ectotherm, a cold-blooded creature, finding a little bit of sunlight to warm up is really important for creatures like her. In addition, while we're out here and she's going to be exploring around, I'm going to give her a special little treat. So, a turtle's shell can feel some things. It can feel pressure, so if you ever pick up a turtle, you got to be careful about how hard you squeeze. They don't like that. But the other thing that they can feel that most turtles really like is little scratches. So I've got a brush here, and we're going to give her some scratches. Something that a lot of turtles really like, just a little bit of a shell polish. Because you can imagine, it's really hard for a turtle like her to clean herself. So if she finds something that's going to give her scratches, she's going to love it. Now that Randy's back in her home, nice clean water, it's time for the best part of the day, feeding time. So this is our Russell love wall. Lots of people have met Russell over the years and they love him, so they've sent him their pictures of him, they've sent their Valentines. For your Wednesday Wonders activity today, if you feel so moved, if you've got some creativity, go ahead and draw a picture of Russell, draw a picture of Randy. I'm sure she would love it too, and we will absolutely put it up so that Russell can adore it. Maybe Randy can have something outside of her tank as well. See you next time.